Okay, now, this is the interesting thing about everything that's going on. Have we heard anything about the birth certificate? No. Why? Because we have something going on here. We got Osama bin Laden has been killed. Oh, really? He's been killed. Explain to me a few things. He's killed. How long does forensics take? DNA? When exactly did he die? The supposed story was that the raid happened. I think an hour later, ABC News is showing an exclusive where the blood is and where the battle went. How would they have access so quick with the media? I find it very interesting with the timing and what's going on right now in the world, and I had to actually do a video because this is getting sometimes a little bit silly, even for the average Joe. I am challenging all of you to at least do your research, not just to think that I'm some conspiracy nut or that I don't know what I'm talking about. Again, you do your research and please look into this. Like, for example, the birth certificate. Well, he released it. 2.5 years have gone by. Obama has spent millions of dollars fighting lawsuits that all they were asking for was the birth certificate. Now you tell me this. Why would you spend millions of dollars of taxpayer dollars when we're in a recession, economy's bad, people are losing jobs, and yet he spends millions of dollars, over $1 million, in legal fees to fight people that are looking for his birth certificate? 2.5 years later, the birth certificate surfaces. Now, 2.5 years before that, the White House had released something on the actual website, and it was a certificate of live birth. Now, they said that's the only thing we have, that's what Hawaii issues, and yet now 2.5 years later, here's the birth certificate. The White House specifically said that they did not have a birth certificate, that the certificate of live birth was the only certification, or that was the only real proof that Obama was who he said he was. Yet 2.5 years later, it surfaces. Now, interesting with the timing. Trump starts making waves, and all of a sudden they release this? Why? Why after 2.5 years? What's more suspicious, though, is Osama bin Laden. Not to mention all the news agencies, if you actually go on YouTube and find out all the ones that actually said Obama is dead because they got Osama and Obama mixed up. Which is interesting, but hey, you have to check it out for yourself. Anyways, we have Osama bin Laden. Now, do we have a body? Well, no, they said that we have a body. Now, Obama's not releasing the pictures, but let me get this straight. We killed a terrorist that we've been looking for 10 years. And also, if you think about it this way, after 9/11, I remember Osama releasing a couple videos. You'll remember yourself. He was in a cave. He never claimed any responsibility for 9/11, but he made some videos nonetheless. 8 years have gone by, and there hasn't been one video? He's a supposed leader of Al-Qaeda, and yet he doesn't release one to rally up his troops? If you're part of a militia and you're the head of a militia or an army, are you not going to rally your troops? Are you not going to be able to, like, egg people on? Anyways, all of it just stinks. It really does stink. It doesn't make any sense, yet everyone just believes it. Why? Because it's on CNN. Why? Because it's on the nightly news. It must have happened. But they burnt him and threw him in the ocean. Now, here's a terrorist. They have to give him a proper burial. Why would they give someone that actually caused that much death on 9/11, supposedly, a proper burial? Well, we can never ever examine the evidence. Why? Because there is none, and there never will be any. Again, now the pictures aren't being released because maybe they aren't having a good time with Photoshop. I don't know. But again, we're never going to see proof. We're just going to hear these theories, and again, it gets even more suspicious when you burn a body, throw it in the ocean, because why? Nobody would have his body? First of all, if another country would have his body and they would bury it, at least people could have examined it, done DNA testing, and verified it some other country rather than the US. Now hey, I'm American, I'm also Canadian. I have nothing against the States as far as being proud about where we live and who we are. But hey, where US is and who's running the US, I'll tell you, it's time to look around and see what's going on. It's corporate run, it's a bunch of big banksters, world financiers. The place is seriously going down. You need to protect yourself. Gold and silver. You've seen a lot of the stuff happening lately. Don't be scared. They're trying to scare you. But I'm telling you, you want to protect yourself. You need to